Hey everybody, welcome back to Viking MTG. Here to continue my Hunt for Masterpieces series. Still got my new camera angle and everything going on, and new lighting, and I hope everybody prefers the new look. A little more close up. So now, like I said, continuing my Hunt for Masterpieces series. And I'm continuing with Amonket today. A full booster box of Amonket. Cracking the whole thing. And then next part of this series, I will do Hour of Devastation. 2 different Hour of Devastation openings. And then I'll go from there. All depends on what you can find. Now that the sets are out of print, all 4 of these sets are out of print. It's a little more difficult to get a hold of the boxes locally, and for some reason Aether Revolt and Kaladesh are selling even on eBay and Amazon. I know Amazon they're up at 100, eBay they're going up just because they're out of print, but there's so many boxes out there that everybody's pretending like they're out of print and they're so hard to find. But they're not, they're everywhere. The printing of these sets was just extreme. On everything in the past 10 years, the printing's been extreme. Which is why investment in singles in boxes for the last 10 years, in my opinion, is minimal profit. So, but you go back far enough and it starts to get very profitable. So, alright, let's get started. Of course, in case you're not familiar, the hits in this set are Gideon, Liliana. This is pretty good. All the Planeswalkers are good. Ronus, Hazaret's still $12. Anointed Procession, As Foretold. All solid cards worth. There's several cards worth $5 or more, and that's usually my goal. And then, of course, looking for masterpieces. Alright, no masterpiece in this one. Gate to the Afterlife, Sixth Sense, Deem Worthy, and Glorious End is our first mythic. That is a terrible first mythic, but it's only the first one. I think I got a 7 mythic box out of one of these. Was my best box so far. We'll see how we do in the way of mythics. No foil here. We have a By-Force, a Defiant Great Maw, Cast Out, great card. Throne of the God Pharaohs are rare. I'm starting to see that played more and more online. And not necessarily. I played it in Brawl. It's solid in Brawl. As long as you have it out, you got a couple creatures swinging. Even if they're tokens, as long as they're tapping, then you're set. Don't have a whole bunch of vigilance creatures and try and use that card. It becomes pretty futile. Alright, no foil here. We have a Kenra Charioteer, a Baleful Amet, an Edifice of Authority, and a Scattered Groves, our first cycle land. And we have our first full art land. It's a swamp. Yeah. Got enough of them, I don't need to set them aside. Seal Away's got so much raw right now, but Cast Out, you can get rid of anything and it doesn't have to be tapped. Everything but a land. We have a Fan Bear. I don't want to reveal the invocation if we get one too early, so I'm just gonna do them this way. Alright, no invocation here. We have a Ruthless Sniper, a Gale Strike, a Limits of Solidarity, and a Rags to Riches. Minor Priest and a Mountain. Mythics go over there. I'm definitely looking for Gideon. Gideon or foil Gideon. Ronus as well. Ronus or foil Ronus. I mainly am looking for foils and invocations here. Naga Oracle, Tormenting Voice, Onri Kodu, Curse Minotaur, Violent Impact, Binding Mummy, Decision Paralysis, Hon Kopesh, Nefkop Entangler. No foil here. We have a True Heart Twins, Destined to Lead, a Vizier of Deferment, and a Commit to Memory. Oh, no, you do have a foil. Foil Mountain. I miscounted. Beautiful foil Mountain. It's our first foil. Full Art Forest and a zombie token. We have a foil here. We have a Censor, Lord of the Accursed, Blood Rage Brawler, and a Semut is our second mythic. And a foil Time to Reflect. Swamp and a junk token. No foil. We have a Sixth Sense, Bone Picker, Vizier, and a Sandworm. Convergence is our rare. Mountain and a junk token. I decided, since I've opened so little Hour of Devastation, that I'd acquire for a very low price a couple boxes of Hour of Dev. Just opened so little of it, why not? Alright, so no foil here. We have a Bontu's Monument, an Ombre de Victory, an On-Crop Champion, and a Pyramid of the Pantheon. United Procession's the best rare here, by far. No foil. We have a Hazard's Monument, a Shadowstorm Vizier, an Exemplar of Strength, and an Aven Mind Sensor. Forest Unwavering Initiate. I'm going to build a mono white deck tonight. Spend some time on it tonight after the little one's in bed, and build me a dominant white, a mono white deck. I'm really hoping it'll turn out well. So we have a Trial of Ambition, a Hapatra's Mark, a Weaver of Currents, and a New Perspectives. I just see a lot of speed in mono white. A lot of creature speed, and then the cast outs and Exelon's Binding if I decide to play it, and the board wipes and everything help me stay in. And I think having the Forsake the World of Forsakes in there, maybe sideboarding some green, I haven't decided, but I think having the Forsakes in there is huge, because if you're against white blue, you can blow their stuff up, blow up their enchantments. I'm trying to find a way to go under and beat white blue, because that's what dominated last week. Standard Showdown was white blue. So Manicore the Gauntlet, Winged Shepherd, Essence Scatter, Desert Ceradon, Quarry Hauler, Unburden, Hyena Pack, Horror Broken Lands, Luxor River Shrine. First uncommon is a Cryptic Serpent, Trial of Strength, an Angler Drake, and we have a Canyon Slough. Popular land right now with, and a Dread Wanderer is our foil rare. The foil rare we were looking for, but that's alright. It's also not horrible. Yeah, it's just a card that keeps coming back. It's a 1 mana, 2/1. You enter the battlefield tap, but it will just keep coming back for 3 mana, which is pretty useful. No foil. Bantu's Monument, Enigma Drake, Renewed Faith, and Drakehaven. Now, keep in mind, just because there's a foil rare, I have proven clearly, just because there's a foil rare does not mean there's no invocation. Every masterpiece I've opened on this channel, which I've opened 4 now on this channel, including 2 expeditions, 1 invocation, and 1 invention so far on this channel. I've hit a foil rare as well as a invention, as well as a masterpiece. So don't anybody tell you, oh, you got a foil rare, there's no invention, because that's bull. We have Consuming Fervor, Grimstrider, Lay Claim, and an Anointed Procession, best rare in the set, and a Wander in Death. Best rare value-wise, definitely not the best rare. Well, I suppose it's overall value. I mean, it's a great card. You get that out, and they don't have, if you're against something that doesn't have a way to remove an enchantment, it can get super out of control. Alright, no foil. We have a Ruthless Sniper, an On-Crop Crasher, an Avid Wing Guide, and a Prepare to Fight. Should get interesting here in Tucson and in southern Arizona the next few days. There's a hurricane that just turned into a tropical storm that's hitting the Baja Peninsula of Mexico, and it's coming straight up towards us. Of course, it won't be a tropical storm by the time it hits us. It'll be a tropical depression, but we haven't had rain in almost 4 months. Actually, I think it's over 4 months now since we had any measurable rainfall. We have a Glory Bringer. We haven't measurable rainfall in 4 months. So we're used to not having rain during the summer months. It's definitely nothing unusual, but it's pretty extreme. And the big problem is when it's this dry here, the ground gets really hard and you end up with flash flooding. Because the ground's so hard. There again, 3 cartouches in a row. I've seen that so much. Ground gets so hard that the water just moves so fast and it doesn't soak into the ground. So you end up with really bad flash flooding. Unfortunately, you end up with really bad flash flooding. And people have a real habit of driving into deep water. And we end up with a lot of people getting washed down our washes here. So we have a Bantu the Glorified, our 3rd mythic. We're not doing too well on our mythics in this box. It's definitely invocation or bust here. If we don't have an invocation, we're not making our money back unless I get a Gideon. That's the only way to even get this on the map. But even with the Gideon, I don't think we're we're getting there. Win some, you lose some. Lord of the Accursed, Exemplar of Strength, Stir the Sands, and an As Foretold. Not a terrible mythic. Not terrible. It's actually on the map. It's $8, I think, right now. Excuse me, I need a drink. Cold beverage. All right. Yeah, it's 100 and I think it was 109 on my thermostat, my car, thermostat, my car is 109, which means it's probably about 106 air temperature. So we definitely need the rain, but normally we don't get any rain during June. Normally our rainfall starts in July, and with our monsoons. And like I said, you know, it's so dry when the rainfall starts that you get a lot of flash flooding. But if this tropical depression actually hits us, well, it'll cause a lot of trouble here, I'm sure. But we could definitely use the moisture. The problem is it'll all run off. Yeah, you'll find from time to time I do talk about real life. We have a devoted crop mate, a trial of solidarity, trial of knowledge, and an archfiend of Ifnir. And our foil is a compulsory rest. Mountain. So far, 6 full art lands. Not a terrible number. Could be worse, could be better. Now, I'm kicking myself on. I went to my LGS I went to Isle Games on Sunday with my daughter to play some board games, and she loves board games, and we played out the ones we have here, and we were looking for something to do. Mother was doing some stuff around the house, needed to get daughter out of the way, and we went there. While I was there, I bought 5 packs of Amonket. They do a 5 for 20 thing, just for the heck of it, and I hit a invocation out of the 5 packs that, of course, I didn't open on the channel. That's just how it works. In a minute here, when I'm done cracking the box, I'll grab the invocation so you guys can see it. We have a Time to Reflect, a Biforce, a Spring to Mind, and a Pull from the Morrow. Always a good card. Solid control card. And we got a snake token there. But I don't need a snake token. I got the nice little plastic tokens. I got one of a foil Death Touch snake out of one of those. No foil here. We have a Trial of Ambition, Sacred Excavation, a Grasping Dunes, and an Insult to Injury. The Mountain and a Zombie. Today's Wednesday. I'll probably post this today and maybe tomorrow. I'll probably maybe post it. I'll probably post it Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. And then I will film the Hour Devastation box tomorrow and see when I get it up. Flameblade Adept, Open End of Wonder, Seraph of the Suns, Failure to Comply is a rare. And I've got other stuff to post, other stuff I've opened recently, some fun stuff. Just haven't gotten around to posting them yet. I will. I just don't see a need to do 3 videos in a day. Post 3 videos in a day at least. Wayward Servant, Even Wind Guide, Chef at Monitor, and a Fetid Pools. Always a solid hit. Best of the cycle lands, but I definitely see soon enough scattered groves and the irrigated farmland going back up in price. We have a True Heart Twins, Lay Bare the Heart, Oaktra's Monument, and a Gideon's Intervention. How many of the Luxa? I have skipped the old uncommons there. I'm probably going to skip the uncommons on the rest of the box. Just pull them from the back here. Speed it up. We've seen everything there is to see. We have a Tall Crop Skirmisher, an Island, and a foil Timmy. Two foil rares, and one of them's a foil Timmy. Oh boy. That guy haunts me, I swear. I have a Harsh Mentor. I get two foil rares and one of them's a foil Timmy. Man, I hate you, Timmy. The stupid smug look on his face. A Warrior, a Plains, and an Ushra Cultivator is the foil. And a Mouth to Feed. Gideon Emblem, Full Art Swamp, and a Blazing Volley foil. Found all the foils here. And Liliana's Mastery, yet again. Got pulled that box and got card in every box that I've purchased. Liliana's Mastery. As well as Bounty of the Luxa. I get the majority, if not all, of the land cycle in every box I get. Gideon's Intervention I get all the time. Glorybringer not so often. All of the, man, this boss must have taken a hit at some point because they got the corners of all the back junk tokens are dented. Junk and a Swamp. Merciless Javelineer foil. Another foil. We were just finding all the foils in a row. And a Timmy. Oh my god. That guy's laughing at me. You hate me, you're gonna get me in foil, and you're gonna get me regular. Oh boy. Alright, Invocation here, come on. End of the box, Invocation. Junk Token, Forest, and a Hazard's Favor. That's another card you see a ton of. Hazard's Favor. And they put him in the Planeswalker deck as well, so see even more of them. Put that card in the Planeswalker deck, not him. We have an Island, a Zombie Token, and a Neheb. I'd love to make him work, but there just aren't enough Minotaurs in Standard. Not even close. I mean, make a card that operates with Minotaurs, and then you don't print enough Minotaurs. It's just dumb. And I love the game, but I disagree with some of the decisions made. The cards printed. I just do. But I love the game regardless, and you know, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't play it. Definitely wouldn't play it. Bad nights. Come home ticked off every once in a while, but overall, you know, I usually have a good experience playing. I have a lot of fun when I play. I want to go back and play again. For the most part, I have a forest, an insect token, and a Hapatra. Really? Dog chooses right now to start eating. Again. Minor Priest, I'll keep that. Plains. And a foil mythic, a Samut. Samut foil, wow. And another mythic, a Cruel Reality. So we hit 5 mythics and a foil mythic. None of them very valuable. Last pack. Something's telling me I'm not going to get an invocation. I got 2 foil rares and a foil mythic. That definitely makes it unlikely. Do this pack nice and slow. Ancient Crab, Forsake the Worldly, Compelling Argument, Benefaction of Ronus, a Soul Stinger, a Slitherblade, an Okatra's Name, Gustwalker, Blazing Volley, Tall Crop Elite, Open Into Wonder is our first uncommon, Seraph of the Suns, Grave Digger, and another Pyramid of the Pantheon. That's the second one of those we pulled today. So that's it. That's the box. We did okay. Definitely had better boxes. You know, it's always nice to hit a foil mythic, but you certainly don't want it to be a foil Samut, that's for sure. Definitely turns out to be a pile of crap when you get a foil Timmy, a foil Dreadwanderer, and a foil Samut. That's just terrible. If you got 3 foil rares and a foil 2 foil rares and a foil mythic, you would expect one of them to be worth something, but unfortunately all of them are worth nothing. I doubt Samut's worth even $1, maybe $1. But it was still fun. We got a Glory Bringer, we got Fetid Pools, we got Anointed Procession. As far as other good cards, that about rounds it out. There's definitely a lot of playable cards here. We got 9 of the full art lands, which is actually a pretty low number. Oops, here's one. 10 of the full art lands, which is actually a really low number for a box, a full box. And we did okay. So, no invention this time around, but the hunt will continue. So keep an eye out for the continuation of this. And I am skipping I will not be doing a One of Everything series for this week. The US version. I wasn't able to get it to the shop, the one shop left here in Tucson that I haven't done, which is all the way across town. I haven't had time to get there this week. I hope I can get there this weekend, get it, and I'll do next week's One of Everything series for that shop. I have no idea what they have. I've never set foot in there. But I know they do have a full Magic collection. So they have full wall of singles and everything. I can see it on their website. I just haven't had a chance to get there. So once I get there, I'll film it and I'll post it. So we can continue the One of Everything series from the US. But definitely check out Mr. Bever's channel. I'll put him in the description. I'll link it in the description. One of the shops he went to had, I think it was 67 or 68 packs, separate sets, 68 different Magic packs, and he bought them all. I cannot imagine the small fortune that cost him, especially seeing some of the packs in there are expensive. But it'll be awesome to watch him open them, that's for sure. So I hope everybody enjoyed the opening. I'm going to wrap it up now, and actually I'm going to show you the invocation that I got out of the 5 packs from my LGS. Just a second. Alright, sorry about that. I'll grab my binder. I pulled everything, pulled or bought everything from Exelon, Rivals of Exelon, and Dominaria that I'll ever need. Play sets of pretty much everything. And these are the only sets, well, Hour Devastation mainly. Amonket, I've got everything from this Masterpiece series. I've got all the mythics and singles, with the exception of needing one more Gideon. I've got all the mythics and singles, mythics and rares. Almost a full playset of everything. So when I do buy packs, lately, when I buy single packs, I've been buying Amonket, Hour Devastation. I've been buying the Masterpiece. Sets with the Masterpieces, because that's my main motivation right now, is to get more Masterpieces, and I'll keep some of them in my personal collection. Others I'll sell, but I'll show you what I got. I got my daughter with me, and when I opened my first, not saying, I don't totally believe in luck, but when I opened my first invention, it was actually 2 in one bundle, and my daughter was with me when I got the bundle, and I said, kiss one of the packs for good luck, and she did, and that's the bundle where I pulled 2 inventions. So she's definitely good luck. I'm trying to find what I did with it. And then I was buying these packs on Sunday, and she was sitting there. I said, give Daddy a kiss a pack for good luck. So she kissed it, and pow, I hit an invention. I'm trying to find, here it is. Invocation. It's Attrition. Beautiful card, absolutely beautiful. Pulled it from 5 packs. It's funny, you can pull one from 5 packs, and then you buy 36 in a box and they don't get one, but it's just complete random luck. There's no really explaining it. It's just luck. Sometimes you have it good, sometimes you have it bad. Just hoping we'll hit one out of Hour Devastation. It's the only way we'll make our money back. Only possible way to make my money back, but it'll be worth the fun regardless. I took a lot of stuff out of my singles pile that I was building decks with, and threw it back in here since the last time I showed my binder. Got a lot of Hazarets now because I bought the Planeswalk. I bought the Challenger deck and got the Hazaret out of that. Then it hit a couple out of packs after Hazaret had dropped in value. Sadly, dropped heavily in value. And I broke down. I had a couple decks that I won't be playing anymore. I broke them down, and now I'm going to concentrate. I've got my Rakdos aggro built, and it's pretty hardcore. I altered it from the version they were playing in the GP. Altered it, threw some of my own stuff in there, released the Gremlins, and I've found situations where, like playing Green-Black Constrictor, where you can't come up with enough lightning strikes to get the job done. Stuff like that. You need a heavy hitter. And I put a Star of Extinction in there, because if you've got Lightning Constrictors and Verdurous Gearhulks and everything out, and I'm really on my back feet on my back foot. I'm struggling to, struggling to stay alive. Being able to blast all your creatures for 20 will do me a lot of good. Just absolutely blast the board away. And I like the card. Gremlins, it's amazing, especially amazing in Brawl. If you've got enough mana, you can cast that. A lot of guys play a lot of artifacts in Brawl. A lot of artifacts. They were everywhere. And you just blast a couple artifacts and bam, you've got a creature advantage pretty early. And they're playing artifacts, not creatures. So you got creatures out, you still got spells in your hand, and I got Reese the Gremlins in there. I subbed several other cards that I thought were fun. I tried a Bontu in there. There's just not enough to sacrifice to keep him running. So, hope everybody enjoyed this opening, and I'll be posting this tonight, and I'll post the Hour of Devastation bundle by tomorrow night. Not bundle, but booster box. And hopefully we hit an invocation in the next one. So I hope everybody has a great night, and I hope the rest of your week goes wonderful. Talk to you later.